I'm just being me, literally 100% being me. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I welcome you. Get a welcome to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe because you want to see more content from me, because yeah, I'm that cool, I know. Today I'm just going to be talking about my experience as a trans woman in South Africa. It's a very touchy subject, but like I feel like the need to talk about it, because if I have this platform, why am I not talking about things that are relevant in my life? So I felt the need to talk about it. I'm also going to be doing a makeup look. It's because I'm getting ready to go somewhere. It's not really anything special, but I'm just like trying to get my face to look put together and my life looking put together as well. But yeah, we're going to be talking about that. And yeah, guys, so as you can see, I went ahead and did my eyebrows off camera. I also did some color correcting because like that just takes time, so I don't feel like the need to do them on camera. So as I said before, I'm going to be talking about living as a trans woman in South Africa. So I came out as trans in 2018. Like I feel like I fully came out as trans in 2018, but in 2017 I started exploring, like, you know, women's clothing and women's hairstyle and stuff like that, and people were asking like, is label cross dressing, what's happening? And they didn't know what was happening. And I feel like people should mind their business sometimes, but like yeah, I was like still learning as well. Like I didn't know what really was happening because I started using the pronouns they and them and not she and her. Yeah, like it was just an experience, and like I didn't know exactly what was happening, but something happened in 2017 that's really deep. I'm not ready to talk about it on camera, but I will do so one day. But yeah, that literally took me from one space to another, and I decided that, you know what, I have to live my truth, and I need to be free from feeling like I'm not worth it, I'm not, you know, perfect and stuff like that. And that was just me coming to a realization that I need to live my full truth and just be me and just enjoy life as me. I don't want to lie, it hasn't been easy living as trans. There's a lot of issues. Now my daughter as well as a lot of issues, but I think the annoying thing is just if you get clocked. And so being clocked, it means that people can see that you're trans. So we use that term in the queer community, or I could say the trans community, to explain when somebody is seen as trans, you know, or people realize that they're trans. I hate it when people stare in the public, and that means like you're clocked and people just stare at you, like question what's going on and stuff like that, like question themselves obviously, but people laugh at other people's business also. So yeah, there's experiences like that, like people staring at you, and it's so annoying. And like I know I should be used to being stared at, because like I've been stared at since I was young. People used to question themselves, is that a girl, is that a boy, what's happening? So like I feel like I should be used to it, but I'm not used to it, because like it's an annoying thing, like especially when someone comes, like literally is in your face and they're still staring at you, just like what the hell, what are you looking at? It's so annoying. But yeah, I do get those stares almost all the time. Also in the bathrooms, like Gwen's, please stop, just stop staring. Like it's just really annoying to be stared at all the time. Like sometimes I do give them a show. Like I kind of get confidence from being stared at, so I wouldn't say I hate it that much, but it's just annoying sometimes. But I do give them a show. Like I'm like, you know what, if you're staring, rather I give you something to actually stare at, you know. But yeah, that's one of the things I deal with as being a trans woman. My friends always ask me like how I deal in terms of like men and stuff like that, because like she's trans as well, and she always like has stories like about her issues with men and stuff like that. Like I do have issues and stuff, but I try to not involve myself that much with men, because men are too much. And I feel like I've had experiences with men that just nowadays I just draw back, and I kind of lose confidence when like I interact with men. I don't know why, but I do lose confidence. I think mainly it's because of the fact that when I speak to men online, let's say we meet on Tinder, and then at some point I have to like now come out to them and say, hey, I'm trans, so I hope that's okay, blah blah blah. And it's kind of annoying because sometimes you get people asking you ridiculous questions, but also goes to a situation of rejection, and I don't do very well with rejection. Not that I get angry or stuff like that, but like I end up being scared of rejection, that I end up like just drawing back from hitting on people and stuff like that. So like I feel like it's just fear, because also trans women are a huge target like all over the world, and people see them as a threat. I feel like I'm touching on a lot of things at once, but it's okay. I'm gonna touch on this thing of, I feel like men think that when you're trans, you're doing it for their benefit, like you're doing to manipulate them and make them like you. And it's not the case. I'm not manipulating you. I'm just being me. I'm literally 100% being me. So I don't really know why men are intimidated by us. Like it just doesn't make any sense at all. It's just annoying. It's really annoying. Like you can see from my facial expression, it's just something that annoys me, because I'm not doing this for you. Like I didn't wake up one day and be like, oh, let me go and actually dress like a woman and stuff like that and try to manipulate somebody's child. Like, no, who do you think you are? How special do you think you are even? Like, no, ma'am, sit down. But yeah, you get those kind of experiences. What else can I talk about when it comes to trans? Oh yeah, there's an issue I wanted to talk about in terms of money and the surgeries, and yeah, it's a lot of shit to talk about. So like, I feel like most trans girls, when I watch like documentaries and stuff like that, they come from backgrounds where they don't have a lot of access to things. They don't have as much money as other people have, and it's kind of hard to want to look the way you want to, but you don't have the access to money. I'm not saying that every trans person wants to look cisgender. Like, no, they don't want to look like a cis woman. Not every trans person wants that. But for example, me, I want that, but I don't have the necessary funds to go all the way through. Yeah, like starting out, it wasn't easy because I had to buy a lot of stuff for myself. I have to buy makeup, I have to buy hair, I have to buy clothes, I have to buy all these things to make myself feel like, when I see myself in the mirror, be happy with what I see and not see it and just end up being depressed and stuff like that, which is like an issue of like a lot of trans people deal with, being depressed from not seeing what they want to see outside, like what's in the inside not reflecting with what's on the outside. And I do deal with that. Like I remember I almost got really depressed. I sometimes look at the mirror and I'm not really happy with what I see, and that's why I really feel like I want to get into getting hormones and actually like looking more like what I feel inside. It's really hard to be happy when you're not feeling good inside about what's on the outside. Like I don't know if that makes sense, but like money is a big issue. Like it's a big issue everywhere, and I feel like it is a big issue also when it comes to trans women getting access to the things that they need, because also when it comes to hormones, it depends on where you get hormones. It's either you get them at a private hospital or a public hospital, and we know South African public hospitals are not the best public hospitals in the world. It's kind of hard to get the right stuff when it comes to public hospitals, but you know, we have to do what we can do, and if it means me going to hospitals to get the stuff I need, then let it be. Also, there's a process of how to get hormones, which is really annoying. You have to go and see a psychologist where you get a first letter, and then you can go to a doctor who it's a psychologist, and I forgot the other one, and then you can go to a doctor to get the hormones. And also depends where you get your hormones, because I said you can get it at a public or a private hospital. I will be getting them from a public hospital because I don't have the funds to go to a private hospital. Apparently lately being trans is not considered as a mental illness anymore. I'm like, why did it take so many years? But I'm glad that it's no longer recognized as a mental illness, which means that we might not have to go to a psychologist to get like a reference letter to a doctor or like a hospital in order to get hormones and stuff like that. But still now, like I feel like it's still a process to go if you want to get hormones. It's not necessary to be like, oh, I want to look like a cis woman. It's just for me to be happy. It's just for me to, when I look in the mirror, the reflection I see is what I feel inside. And that's, I feel like, what every trans person who goes through that process wants to achieve. And it's something that's really important to us, and I feel like people should acknowledge that and respect that as well. Like, it's not about other things, other factors that are out there. It's about us being happy and enjoying our lives the way we want to. So I just went off camera, finished off my look. I want to talk about surgery. Surgery is something that I'm really scared of. I always wish that I don't have to do surgery, because like the stories that you hear about surgery are so scary. But because I do want to get some boobies, and I'm not sure about that area. Like, I still have to decide about that area, because I do want to be happy in my own body and stuff. Like, I feel like I have to go through surgery. It's quite expensive, but what I've heard is that in Thailand you can do it, and I don't think it's that expensive. But one thing I fear about doing surgery elsewhere is that if there's a problem, then I'm far from Thailand. Like, what's gonna happen? Like, now I have to fly all over to Thailand to like, it's expensive. So I'm not really sure. But then if I do it in South Africa, I probably have to wait a long time, long time, probably like 10 to 20 years, I'm not sure. But people, the waiting list is insane. I think they said, I was at this talk this other year, it was last day, I was at this talk at Grootersdorp Hospital, and they had a talk about trans people and like the surgery and stuff like that. And they said that they do, how many do they do again? It's either 10 or, but it's not a lot. Like, it's literally a very low number of people that they do surgeries on in South Africa. And just insane, because imagine the amount of people that are trans in South Africa. Like, you don't only have trans women, but you also have trans men as well. And like, that number includes both. It's not like, oh, trans women can do 10 and then trans men we do 10. No, like, everyone involved, they do probably 10 surgeries in total. And I'm like, that's insane, because imagine how many people are involved. But yeah, like, imagine waiting that long to get a surgery done. Like, it's just insane. But yeah, probably I plan on doing it in Thailand, but obviously I have to have enough money to go to Thailand, and also to maintain my surgeries if ever there's any faults there. So I would have to wait till like I'm married. So yeah, surgery is, I feel like, is a big thing when it comes to being a trans woman, because like, it changes your life immensely. And I've watched shows like Pose and seen how Electra, I don't know if you guys watch Pose, but it's a character called Electra, and she ended up like getting surgery done, and she had this man who was like funding her life, and then after getting her surgery done, the man decided to leave her, because men see us as sex options, and men who like specifically trans women would get angry if like we get surgeries and stuff like that. But like, at the end of the day, again, we're not doing it for them, we're not doing it for anyone else but our own happiness. And a lot of people do not understand that. It's a lot being a trans woman in South Africa, being a trans woman all over the world in general. Like, you just go through so much in life, like literally through so much in life, and you have to deal with so much. Like, first of all, you're dealing with the fact that you're a human, you're dealing with the fact that you want to succeed in life, and then you have to also deal with the fact that your community is not for you. Like, some people are not for you, and you have to fight. Like, constantly you have to fight, constantly you have to have conversations about these things. What else? If the communities accepted us and allowed us to be who we are without fear and stuff like that, then we wouldn't be having to go through so much in life. Like, I'm young and I have to consider so many things because of how I identify, and it sucks. But I just pray that we get to a point where like we all live the lives we want to live without feeling like we're not good enough or judged or stuff like that. Like I want that. I want to reach that point in time, and I'll be so happy. I'll be so happy because it would mean that things would be better for me. Things would be better. I wish that we live in that world. I don't know how long it's going to take to get there because, as you can see in the USA, like Trump got in and decided to remove a lot of rights that trans people had, and like it's a constant battle to get the things that we want, and I just hate that. I just hate the fact that I have to feel like I'm not human sometimes. Like I am human. Like treat me that way. Give me my rights. Give me the respect. Like, and also like some women, they think that, I don't know, man, like, you know, when you do that thing, yes girl, like stop it. I'm not doing this to entertain anyone. This is my life. This is my everyday life. Like if I'm wearing makeup, if I'm wearing something very fancy, say you look good. That's all you need to say, like how you would say to anyone else. You don't have to be extra and be like yes. They just allow us to live life as human beings. Yes, we are different. Yes, we're not your everyday woman, but we are women, and give us that acknowledgement and respect us in that way. So like I just wish things would get to that point, but yeah, we have a long way to go. We really have a long way to go, and it really sucks, but we do have a long way to go. I'm just gonna finish off my look. I'm just really exhausted about talking about this actually. I'm just gonna finish off my look, and yeah, that's it. Okay guys, I've reached the end of the video. I'm done doing my face, and I hope I gave you guys some light in terms of like how it is to be a trans person in South Africa. It's not easy, but at the end of the day, I just want to live my truth, and I know every other trans girl out there wants to live their truth, and trans men as well. They want to live their truth and they want to experience life the way they want to. That's it. Like if you like this video, click that like button, and also if you have a comment for me, leave it in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching, and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.